Back to emulators for a bit. Last couple major LPs have been done on console. So, here we have Super Demo World. As I said at the end of the Sunshine playthrough, I was going to try and give this one a shot. I'm sure that this one has seen a lot of playthroughs on YouTube already, because it's one of the first and most well-known hacks. As you can see by the copyright there, it's from like 2001, 2003. That's fairly old as hacks go. I don't really know the history behind this one, but I'm assuming that it was the first, or at least one of the first, ever made with Lunar Magic, the Mario World editor. Basically just to show what the program can do, hence why it's called Demo World. So, I'm just gonna start it, I guess. I already wasted too much time. I'd like to get through the whole first world if I can. My only conditions here are basically don't use save states or the rewind key. I'm going to have to sort of resist the temptation to do that. And also I want to get all the Yoshi coins. Or Dragon coins, I believe they're called, but I just call them the Yoshi coins. This first world is pretty standard, really. And it's called Misty Isle. Nothing too outlandish about it. It's just pretty much your sort of standard Mario fare, but I think it's slightly more challenging than the original game was. This hack isn't one of those crazy things like Kaizo World. Oh wait, I gotta talk about this. These Goomba blocks, they'll show up occasionally. Enemies can pass through them, but you can't. But anyway, this isn't like Kaizo World or Asshole Mario or any of that stuff that is those ridiculous things that you have to do a million save states to get through. But it is fairly challenging in its own right. And I suck at the game also, so... at first it'll be pretty easy. Like, I mean, that level, it was the first level, you can't expect too much from it. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. But yeah, as for going back to emulators, I'm going to have to do Yoshi's Story later today. So that'll be one emulator and one console. I'm not really sure which I prefer. The consoles definitely have a quality problem, which is irritating, but, I don't know. I can't decide if I'd rather take the quality problem or the sound desync that usually comes with using emulators, because having to go through the trouble to fix the sound is usually pretty annoying. If I've never explained it before, what I always do is use the AOA audio extractor to create an MP3 out of the original AVI recording that Cam Studio makes, and then I put them both into Windows Movie Maker side by side. I mute the original clip, and then I break up the MP3 in places where I need to so that the sound syncs up properly. I know a lot of people have asked me about that. I don't recall how many times I've answered it, but whatever. I did actually almost consider a coinless run for this game. Like, kind of half-jokingly, actually. Like, because, I mean, come on. What possible reason could I have to do a coinless run of this game? That would be kind of ridiculous. I tried doing it, and for at least the first world, it was possible, just barely. There's a lot of really tricky jumping you have to do. But I'm sure no one would want to watch that. I think I've kind of dragged out the coinless gimmick a little bit too much lately, and I'm probably going to be doing it again with Galaxy, so definitely taking a break from that. Just a good old-fashioned standard Mario game, no sort of gimmicks. I've also noticed that I've been doing a lot of Mario stuff lately, and will continue to do a lot of Mario stuff. I don't know, they're good games. What can you... I mean, they're also some of the most overplayed games ever. But I guess if I continue the gimmicks and stuff, then that will make them almost fresh. So, for the people who want to watch Galaxy, that won't be for quite some time. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here. If I want to do this entire game, but I don't really know if I will be, or if I'll be doing it straight. I might like stop it for a while and then come back to it later. Because with Yoshi's Story, I was just planning on doing 6 levels, one normal playthrough of the game, and then once I'm done with that, hopefully I'll move on to the Pikmin 2 if I can get that all set up. But I'm not entirely sure. The schedule's probably going to be weird. I'm going to be doing one of each per day. Yoshi's Story will end, this will keep on going. 6 levels, and so I can't even do it in one normal week because I only have 5 days to work with. I don't know. Okay, here's a neat little level. I'm sure many people will recognize it instantly. If you don't, then you need to play Mario 3, because this is the first level from that. There's a lot of homages to Mario 3 in this game. Even the overworld setup in general. It has 8 worlds that are themed just like the 8 from the Mario 3. Except for Misty Isle replacing Grassland, because Grassland is pretty generic anyway, so... Oh, there is one difference in this level, though. Or actually 2, but here's one of the differences. There's a 4 in here. I thought that was kind of cute. Because there was a 3 in there in the original. And this is the 4th game. This level, no Yoshi coins. I guess because Mario 3 didn't have them. And here we have the use of the weird sort of question mark item that signals the end of a level that I think was used only once in the original game. So anyway, this is a red level, meaning that there's a hidden exit in it. And once again, if you know about Mario 3, you'll be able to figure it out pretty easily. You just gotta duck on the white block and go behind the background all the way to the end. I'm actually pretty surprised that they were able to do that, since it wasn't a mechanic in Mario World. Also, you couldn't go behind the scenery in the first level of Mario 3 that I recall. That was in the 3rd. But, whatever, the idea is still there. And so that leads to the Misty Isle secret. Each world has a secret mushroom house, which has... Well, this one just says something about the great question blocks. You get capes, flowers, and in here the question mark block is slightly hidden. Usually it's just in the house. These replace your item with something else. Here I get a Goomba. Now whatever may I use a Goomba for? So we go to the castle level. And each castle level in this game also has a secret. Okay, so what you gotta do is go up here with a button fly, because that gives you a little bit more control. Why is that not working? I never have problems with this jump. Come on, get up there. Okay, over here is a 3-up moon. Didn't need to get that, but I figured I might as well. Over here, we've got some important information, first of all. You can pause and read that. Basically, it's talking about the red stars that you'll find in the Star Road. Important stuff with that. Yeah, it's basically a death trap. I mean, you definitely can get through it, but most of the levels in there are quite difficult, especially this first one. I guess I'll just demonstrate it. When you go there, you appear on a red warp star, which acts as a normal level, which I'm not going to be doing now. If you find the secret exit in it, or maybe it was, I don't remember if it was the secret exit or the normal exit. If you find one of the exits, then it turns into a regular warp star, and you can never play the level again. And if you find the other exit, then it just sort of leads to the next one. So you gotta do the exits in the correct order. And for some reason I can't remember what the order is. That info box probably said, but I didn't read it. I don't know, fairly standard castle here. I like those little grating things, but we've all seen those before. And now certain doom. And I'm going to run out of time here. Unless I get through it real quick. Which I'm not going to, so next time I'll just finish up this castle. I'm using save states for saving purposes only, not for cheating.